Hey everyone, today we're going ahead and doing a speed build video. It has been a long time since I've done a speed build on this channel, I believe. That isn't a renovation, sorry. Just became 1000% more Australian for a second there. It's been a while since I've done a speed build that isn't a renovation battle. So I thought, let's go ahead and do one. I've been doing a lot of building lately, honestly, and I have a lot of speed build footage banked up in my footage folder on my desktop, but I just hadn't had the time to film voiceovers for them. And you'll probably notice, I think my last renovation battle, I'm not sure when this is coming out in relation to other videos, because I'll get around to that shortly, but I just, with one of my renovation battles anyway, had to do like a little message at the start and just music, no voiceover, because I actually have been getting sick quite a bit lately. It's like every time I get better, I'm worse again. And then at one point in time, I was completely fine, like no symptoms, no cold, no nothing, completely fine and healthy. And I woke up with no voice and I was like, what the heck? So I finally feel like I've got my voice back. I was able to film recently the Halloween episode of The Daily Life and got that up within the nick of time before the end of Halloween day here. But aside from that, I really hadn't been able to film new videos because my voice was gone or I was all sick. I was going to say sick and snotty. Oh my god, maybe the reason why I haven't been filming videos is because I can't freaking talk. Sorry, it's my first time sitting down to film a voiceover like this, so I'm a little bit rusty. But anyway, I've been sick and snotty and snuffly, and there's nothing worse than having to listen through someone for like 30 minutes just sniffing their nose. So I decided to not put you guys through that. And instead, I'd been kind of a little bit patchy with uploads probably over the past month or two. And now that my voice is back and I'm not sick and I've got time to record, I decided, you know what? All these like hours and hours of speed build footage that I have banked up, they need to be put to good use because they're taking up a lot of storage and I haven't made any videos out of them. So let's go ahead and do it. The other reason why I wanted to go ahead and get out some speed build videos, so you might see some more speed builds than others lately. Number one, because at a period of time, building was all I was able to do because I was sick or not able to talk. And the second reason is because I'm doing some pre-filming because I have a holiday coming up followed by a busy period. So I decided, you know what? The one thing I don't want to have to worry about is feeling like I haven't uploaded in a long time because I hate that feeling. So I've decided to go ahead and pre-film a bunch of videos, get them all edited and uploaded, scheduled, ready to go so that you guys have some content on this channel sporadically throughout that period of my life. And it's just something I don't have to actively worry about as much. I'm not sure exactly how long I'm going to be busy for. Hopefully I can still take part in renovation battles and stuff like that. I'm sure I'll be able to make time for that, of course. I always do. And there is a plane flying very loudly overhead. But like I said, I'm trying to pre-film before a holiday. So I'm like kind of scrambling to get together these voiceovers and videos. So if you hear any planes or trucks or anything, that's just going to have to be part of the ambience for now, okay? Part of the background noise. We love it. So today we're going ahead and doing a build of a random apartment. And I also did film a creator sim for this apartment. Classic me, like have to make a creator sim for a build or a build for a creator sim. Like either way, I end up making both parts for most things that I create. Like if I create a family, I have to make them a house. And if I make a build, I have to make it a household to move into it. That's just how I am. I can't live any other way. And I will not apologize for that. So I created a family for this. Not sure if I'll even post the family creator sim or if it'll come out before or after this. But you know what? That's just kind of the vibe right now. And I'm kind of embarrassed to admit how long I spent creating this apartment. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to film a voiceover long enough. So part of this speed build might be music anyway, or I might have to speed the footage up mega fast or cut out a bunch of stuff. Because I built this for over 5 hours. The raw footage of me building this apartment is 5 hours long, or more than 5 hours long. That's ridiculous. I basically spent like a whole day split over 2 days working on this apartment. It's wild. And then creating the family as well. Like for 2 nights, I'm pretty sure it was all I did in my free time, but it was worth it. I love building in The Sims, and apartments have a special place in my heart in The Sims 4. I love San Myshuno and the apartments, and I don't know if I've ever built from scratch an apartment on this lot. I might have, but I don't know if I'll include it or if I filmed it, but at the beginning I was in San Myshuno and I knew I wanted to build an apartment because I had seen a recent, probably not so recent by the time you see this video, but Little Simsy had done a video where she made an apartment for a family. And I always love having families in apartments. I don't mind that they're smaller and more compact. I like things simple. I like being able to see like everything on screen in one angle, if you know what I mean. Like that's why I love apartments for families in The Sims 4, especially with toddlers. It's easy to keep track of everybody. And so I literally didn't even finish watching her video of her building an apartment for a family in The Sims 4 because I was like, I need to do that. That's what I need to do. And so I turned off the video, jumped on my computer and started building. And I thought, well, which apartment should I do? You know, I've done a lot of the ones in the Spice District so many times. And I just said, let's let fate decide. So I did a good old classic eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And it picked like one of the biggest, most extravagant apartments, and it's 2-story and it's a lot. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. So this apartment ended up taking me a lot longer than I thought it was. When I originally delved into this build, I thought it was going to be very quick, very speedy, like an hour build tops. It would be so snappy, quick voiceover, very easy to upload really smoothly and swiftly. No, I was wrong. She was wrong. That was where I messed up. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo selected an amazing apartment. The views are spectacular. And I thought, who would live here? What kind of family would live here? And so as I was building, as I'm sure a lot of us do, I made up this little storyline in my head of who lives here, why do they live here, what kind of vibe do they have going on, like what kind of person are they, how many children do they have, how old are the children, etc. And had so much fun with that. It was absolutely spectacular, and I would do it again. But man, 5 hours, oh, that might be the longest time I've ever spent. Maybe not ever on a build, but definitely on an apartment, for sure. But it was worth it, I think. And I uploaded a lot of the rooms individually to the gallery, as well as the entire apartment. The only annoying thing is downloading entire apartments, they still don't have a like swift way for people to do that. It is annoying. You have to delete one wall off of every room and then upload the apartment as a room, and then you have to go back and put the walls back in. And in this case, the stairs deleted, which is enraging. But anyway, you can also download the individual rooms if you just like the vibe of like a particular bedroom. They're all on the gallery, and then the upstairs and downstairs is as well, because you have to split it into upstairs and downstairs. You can't even have the whole apartment in one room. It has to be, anyway, it's on the gallery, #BrieSimulated, and you'll be able to find it. Anyway, as I was saying, I think I created a family for this in my head, and I eventually created them in The Sims. And I decided this was a boss woman, a businesswoman, a business lady. She is thriving. She's a boss babe, and she's recently divorced. Her husband left her. She has 3 beautiful female children, and I also came up with like a personality for each of the kids as I went along. So we've got one who's still a child. Their room is very rainbow-licious and just bright and colorful. They each have their own bathroom, like ensuite style. And I decided that she went ahead and divorced the husband, took all of his money. He's broke and a joke, and she's amazing. She's thriving. Her and her girls have never been better, never been happier. There is another child who is in a blue bedroom, which is like gamer girl vibes. and then another child in this like warm toned room. So I tried to do like red, pink, orange vibes and more like boho style, and they are very into like yoga, meditation, things like that. So each room kind of has a theme, and I wanted it to kind of be like this dad. We don't like him, by the way. We don't like the ex-husband. And he was like cramping their style, telling them like, oh, you can't run a business. You're a woman. What do you know? You know, in my head, he's the enemy. And I don't know what this man did, you know, making up a fictional character and hating them for, you know, reasons I invented. He was basically cramping their style, telling them, you know, oh, you can't have a rainbow room to the little girl. And the mum moved out of home and was like, you know what? We can do whatever we want. Like, what's stopping us from having rainbow bedrooms and our own businesses and whatnot? So she's got the money, she's got the apartment, she's got the kids, and she has her own business. This apartment was so big, I did a cinema. And I thought, what else can I do with all this space? So I decided to go ahead and do a business kind of area upstairs. So basically you come inside, you're in the kitchen, living, dining. Beautiful, amazing. I love the way I separated this apartment. It's beautiful. Downstairs you've got the mum's bedroom with her walk-in wardrobe and ensuite, which I think is gorgeous. She has her own private balcony. And also off of the like main living area, there's like an outdoor balcony living area. I tried to do like an indoor-outdoor kind of thing. And then you head up the stairs, you're in kind of like a waiting room for her business. And then to the right, you've got all the girls' bedrooms and the cinema. Also, you have her office, which is kind of like her workspace where she'll like meet with clients and whatnot. And then you head on into her studio room, and she is a photographer. I imagine she is like absolutely doing amazing in her industry at this point. She is a photographer for like a magazine company, was what I imagined. And so she'll have models and clients and people like that come and get photos taken either for the magazine or, you know, whatever other purposes. So that was kind of the vibe I had for her. And then each of the children has get kind of a unique interest and different favorite colors and styles and whatnot that I tried to reflect in their bathrooms and bedrooms. Rather than just doing like the same old, you know what I mean? I tried to think about unique things that they could want, and their mum told them like, we're moving into our new apartment, we're leaving your dad in the dirt, you can pick whatever you want, go wild. And that is what they picked. I also love the living area so much. I used the new kit thing that was free for a while there. I forget what it's called, but I used, I'm pretty sure, every item from that kit somewhere. As you can tell probably by watching the build, when this came out, that kit had just came out. Sorry, when I filmed this, that kit had just released, and it was like my first time building since getting that kit. So I just went berserk. That kit threw up all over this apartment, okay? And my internal thought process was just like pink vibes. Like the dad was always like, we can't have a pink couch or whatever. Now that they've all moved out and living on their own and he's gone, everything's pink, okay? Pink vibes everywhere. That's the mum's vibes, and they have made their way throughout the whole apartment. And then the girls, like the kids, have their own kind of sanctuary in their bedroom, which is their own vibe. Anyway, I had a lot of fun building this build. I hope that you enjoy watching the speed build. I'm going to go ahead and end the voice over here. Stick around to the end of the video and there'll be some screenshots of the apartment. Until next time, I hope you'll have a very snazzy day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!